Hey, man, check this out, man. I'm gonna keep it real, man. Now, y'all know I fuck with sports and shit, right? And I told y'all I like basketball, and I like boxing. Y'all be seeing my boxing shit, and y'all know about that. But y'all know I like basketball too. I've done a few videos talking about basketball. I'm a Timberwolves fan, and you know, y'all saw that, right? I ain't fucking with the NBA though. The NBA, I'm gonna stop watching, bro. Now, I did a video last night because I was pissed. I want to do a remix to that video and talk about that same shit again. NBA is trash, bro. Like, this shit garbage, bro. Like, the Lakers, bro. Bro, it's like, man, like I said, the NBA is trash, bro. I'm not watching no more Laker games, bro. I'm good, bro. I don't give a fuck. Like, when the playoffs start, please, somebody, whether it's the Wolves, Nuggets, or the Rockets, please beat the Lakers in the first round, please. Do not let these bitch-ass dudes get to the second round or the conference finals. You dig? Please beat them in the first round. I don't care who do it, whether it's my Wolves, the Nuggets, or the fucking Rockets, because they're most likely going to finish 3-6, and if you finish 3-6, you're either going to play the Rockets, Nuggets, or the Timberwolves in the first round. So, one of those teams. But please beat the Lakers in the first round, please. But as far as the regular season go, I'm not watching no more Laker games. I'm not going to watch it, because that's bullshit, bro. I'm sitting here watching this Wolves and Lakers game. Now, I don't want to come off biased because I'm a Wolves fan and my Wolves lost. I promise you that's not what it is. But I watched that whole game, bro. That shit is ridiculous, bro. So you can literally foul bait and flop the whole game, and you can literally win basketball games playing like that. You don't have to play real basketball no more. Like, this shit trash, bro. See, this all started with the LUKA shit. Remember 2 years ago when he was playing for the Mavericks? When they were playing the Timberwolves in the conference finals? The way he was just flopping and foul baiting and getting all those calls, and it was like, it was causing the Timberwolves to not be able to, they couldn't do anything about it, because he's literally running into the defender, throwing up the ball, unnatural shot motion, and he's getting calls, and they're calling a foul, and he's going to the free throw line over and over again. And it's like, it's dictating the game. It's like, this ain't a basketball game no more, bro. It's really a clown show at this point. And it's like, this is literally how these guys play. And they're successful doing it. It's like I said yesterday. If you don't learn how to flop and foul bait, you're not winning in the NBA, bro. You might win some regular season games. You might make the playoffs. But if you're trying to win, you're not winning, bro. It's not happening. You have to flop and foul bait to win in the NBA, bro. They call it a skill now. Real basketball is dead, bro. That shit's over with. All the real hoopers, guys like Anthony Edwards, Kawhi Leonard, Giannis, it's damn near impossible to win in this era. Because those guys I just named, they don't flop and foul bait. They just play straight up. You dig? They'll never win a championship, bro. Or when they have big games, when they got like a marquee matchup, they're going to lose every time because they're not flopping and foul baiting. Luka's going to win because he foul baits and flops. I watched the possession yesterday, right? And I damn near turned the game off when I saw this. There was a play where Jaden McDaniels is guarding Luka, right? Luka drives on him, or tries to, and he literally just jumps into Jaden McDaniels. Jaden McDaniels ain't doing shit but with his hands up playing defense. He jumps into Luka. I mean, he's just standing there. Luka jumps into him and throws the ball up, and it's an unnatural, keyword, unnatural shot motion. And the referee sat there and called a foul, bro. And he went to the free throw line. And he literally did that shit like 8 different times and got all calls and went to the free throw line. And then Austin Reeves was doing the same thing. He's coming down the court. He got that little weird funky dribble he does, hesitation dribble. And then he'll like purposely throw his arms out, and he'll exaggerate body movement to make it seem like he got hit when he didn't. And he's getting free throws. They're calling the foul. Like, these guys are master foul baiters, bro. I call them the Los Angeles baiters, not the Los Angeles Lakers. That's literally how they win games, bro. They literally win basketball games playing like that. Foul baiting. Tricking the referees, or let me say, manipulating the referees into calling a foul that's not a foul. That's literally how they play. And it works. Those dudes are, the Lakers have won like 5 out of their last 6 games playing like that. And I'm sitting here watching these games and I'm thinking to myself like, this is basketball. And you got people that are basketball fans. They're saying that LUKA is the best guard in the NBA, but yet he's a foul baiter. A foul baiter is the best guard in the NBA. I want y'all to think about that. All you basketball fans, I want y'all to think about it. A guy that's a foul baiter is the best guard in the NBA. Think about that. Listen to how ridiculous that sounds. Not a guy that plays real basketball that's an ethical hooper. Nah, fuck him. A guy that's a foul baiter and flopper is the best guard in the NBA. That's literally what the NBA's come to. I honestly don't know how or don't know why the NBA has high ratings. I don't know. I don't know why. My only thing I can think of is maybe it's because there's a bunch of celebrities going to these games. That's somehow making the ratings high. That's all I can think of. Because I honestly don't know how people that are real basketball fans enjoy this shit. I don't know how you're a real basketball fan and you're a fan of LUKA Doncic and you're a fan of Austin Reeves. Even if you're a Lakers fan, you live in LA and you're a Lakers fan. If you are a real basketball fan, I have no idea how you're a fan of LUKA and Austin Reeves. I honestly don't. I honestly don't. You know, I honestly don't. Because I'm telling you, bro, a guy that foul bait should not be the best guard in the league. And teams that got guys that foul bait should not be winning, bro. They literally reward players that flop and foul bait. Players that play straight up, they just get basically left in the dust. These guys are flopping, they're foul baiting, they're over-exaggerating body contact, and referees are rewarding that shit. These guys are going to the free throw line, they're scoring over 25 points a game playing like that. And then you got guys that play for real that don't do that shit. They can barely get a call. Anthony Edwards drives to the rim, gets slapped on the wrist, no call. All game long and shit. LUKA will literally jump into you, act like he really got hit. You're just standing there, and it's a foul on you. And he goes to the free throw line like 12 times a game playing like that. You mix that in with 3-point shooting, that nigga's averaging over 30 points a game. That shit is crazy, bro. And you wanna know how you know this shit is real? Because last year in the playoffs, when they played the Timberwolves, the same Timberwolves team they just beat, they lost that series 5-1. I mean, 5-1. They lost that series in 5 games, 4-1. But if you remember, if you guys go back and look, I'll stand corrected. When they lost that series, what you got to remember is, in that playoff series, they weren't calling those flops, those foul baiting calls. Like, take Austin Reeves for an example. He was not getting those calls in that playoff series, where he'll just run into a guy and throw his body up and it's not a foul, but for whatever reason, referee call a foul, that foul baiting bullshit. He wasn't getting those calls in that playoff series, and he was basically rendered a mediocre player. He had no impact. You dig? He had no impact on that whole playoff series. And in LUKA, he wasn't really getting them calls either. The thing about LUKA is he was still putting up points, but it was points that didn't impact winning because they still lost and they were still losing. You know what I mean? So my only hope is in the playoffs they're not going to give them calls. But during the regular season, they're getting those calls. Because I watched every game this year where they played the Timberwolves, and the main thing that stood out was the Lakers are foul baiting the Timberwolves to death, and Minnesota can't deal with it. Minnesota is literally giving up in these games because they know they're just going to foul bait. Referees going to call all these bullshit calls. We can't do nothing about it, so we might as well just fall back. And that's literally causing the Timberwolves to not be able to deal with the Lakers. It takes a miracle to beat the Lakers because of the foul baiting. Shit crazy, bro. Like I said, I'm not watching no more Laker games. I'm good, bro. If they're playing, I'm not watching that shit. I don't give a fuck if it's on Prime, ESPN, them Sunday night games they have on NBC now, ABC. I'm not watching that shit. I'm good. Because that's not real basketball. You know, foul baiting is not real basketball. That's not how you play basketball. Throwing up an unnatural shot motion, jumping into somebody while doing it and getting a call, that's not a foul. That should be a no call. That's not a foul. I have no idea why they call fouls for that. That's bullshit. If they didn't give LUKA those calls, LUKA would still put up points, but it would be in a way where it's like it's not impacting winning. Because he doesn't play defense, so if you score on him, so if he scores, you can come score on him. You know, so it's not going to impact winning. Because that's been exposed. In games where he's not getting those calls, he'll score like 35 points, but it won't impact winning. They'll still lose. Just like in the finals a couple years ago when they played Boston. That foul baiting shit wasn't working, and they got washed. When he played, and then last year in the playoffs with the Timberwolves, same thing. But in regular season games, he'll get away with that. And then in certain playoff games, he'll get away with that. So the only way you're going to beat the Lakers is if the referee doesn't call them foul baits. Because if they're allowed to foul bait you, you're going to lose to the Lakers. Even if you're the better team, you're going to lose. Because that's literally how they play, bro. They literally foul bait to win. Austin Reeves and LUKA, they're having success because of foul baiting. It's not that they're just so good and everybody's below them. That's not true. Anthony Edwards is actually better than LUKA because he can do more than LUKA. You dig? LUKA's a three-point shooter and a foul baiter. That's pretty much it. He don't really do nothing else. Anthony Edwards is versatile. He can do everything. The problem with Anthony Edwards is they got him playing point guard. He's not a point guard. He should be playing 100% off ball, shooting guard. You dig? His job is to score and play defense. But when you look at their skill set, Ant-Man is a better basketball player. The reason why it seems like LUKA is better is because he foul baits. He's going to the free throw line more, so he's putting up more points. That's why it seems like he's better. You dig? But if you actually watch them play and you assess their skill set, Ant-Man's the better player. You know, he can do more. He can play defense. He can attack the rim better. You know, he has a better one-on-one game. Because like I said, LUKA foul baits. You guard LUKA one-on-one, you move your feet, you can stay in front of him. He's just going to jump into you with an unnatural shot and get a foul call. Over and over and over and over again. He done went to the free throw line 13 times. He got 35 points. Anthony Edwards doesn't do that shit. You see? He plays real basketball. He's a real basketball player. I really hope they sit down this offseason and they say, we got to change that rule, bro. Only call a foul if it's really a foul. That foul baiting shit needs to be ended. Because that shit is trash, bro. If it's not really a foul, we're not calling that shit. That foul baiting shit, not calling that. You can't run into a guy and throw up an unnatural shot and get a call. You dig? That's crazy, bro. Shit is trash, bro. I just hope the Lakers lose in the first round. Please. I'm going to be really disappointed if they advance in the playoffs. I don't care who do it. Whether it's my Wolves, the Nuggets, or the Rockets. Please beat them in the first round. I don't care if you got to beat them in 7 games. Just get them the fuck up out of here. Please. NBA is trash. Lakers is trash. Fuck LUKA. Fuck Austin Reeves. Fuck all foul baiters. Shout out to the real basketball players. And that's how we getting it, bro. NBA trash.